Okay, hello. Okay, so for today's lecture, we'll take the revision of unit number 3. The next lecture or next to next lecture, we can continue with our first practical. Okay. Okay, so if you have any doubts regarding unit number 3, then you can also discuss here. Okay. Hello, More.
हाँ सर.
More is there?
येस सर.
कुठं होता 2-3 दिवस?
2-3 दिवस सर होतो, घरीच होतो.
लेक्चर मध्ये
लेक्चर नाहीत केले सर. लेक्चर नाहीत केले
काय?
सर. ते घरी थोडं हे होतं, काम होतं.
Okay. Okay. So everyone listen carefully. So for today's lecture, we can discuss. We'll take a short review of unit number 3. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding unit number 3, then you can immediately ask here. Okay. So the unit number 3, nothing but the image enhancement. Okay, so we can define the image enhancement in a simpler way. So the image enhancement, nothing but improving the quality of input image. Okay, so what is the need of image enhancement? What are the various objective of image enhancement? So can anyone tell what is the objective of image enhancement? Yes, anyone? Five, we can use the image enhancement. What is the objective of image enhancement? Yes, can anyone tell?
Improving quality of input image.
Okay. So it is a definition. So what is the objective? Why we can improve the quality of input image? What is the necessary? What is the necessity to improve the quality of input image? Okay. So okay. So if we take a image, if we deals with the various images and that are not visible properly, okay. So might be due to the improper appearance, or we can call it as a due to the noise, we are not able to visualize the image properly. Okay, so in order to remove the noise, yeah, in order to visualize the image properly, we can apply the various image enhancement techniques. So by using that techniques, we are able to visualize the image more clearly. Okay, so in this unit we can study the different techniques of image enhancement, as well as how to reduce the noise. Yeah, in order to reduce the noise, which kind of filters we can use. Okay, so that part we can studied in our unit number 3. Okay, so the main point of unit number 3 is that the point processing and its different techniques. Okay, so I will just give the brief of various classification of image enhancement. Okay, so basically we can subdivide the image enhancement into the 4 parts. Okay, so out of these 4 parts, so the 4 parts are the point operation, spatial operation, transform operation, and speedo coloring. So out of these 4 types, we can study the first 2 types for our syllabus. Okay, so the first is a point operation and the second is the spatial operations. So in spatial operation, we can study the different types of filtering. Okay, and in point operation, we can study the various types of point processing algorithms or the point processing techniques. Okay, so under point processing, we can study the different types of techniques, that is the image negative, right? Then contrast stretching, intensity level slicing, bit plane slicing, thresholding. Okay, so these techniques we can cover under the point processing. Okay, so along with this technique, we can study the one important technique which is called as a histogram. Okay, so in order to improve the quality of image, we can use the histogram techniques also. Okay, so can anyone tell which three types we can study under histogram? Yes, histogram हिस्टोग्राम मध्ये आपण कोणते तीन टाइप स्टडी केले? कॅन एनीवन टेल? यस, विसरलं का सगळं? हॅलो, which three type we can study under histogram technique? Does anyone? ओमकार साळुंखे, roll number 50. Omkar Salunke is there. Roll number 21. Shraddha. Hello. Roll number 8. Okay. So under histogram, we can study the three important techniques, which is a histogram modeling, histogram equalization, and histogram specifications. Okay. So depending on these three techniques, we can also study the different types of examples. How we can uh, draw the histogram stretching, then how we can equalize the histogram, and how we can match the histogram. Okay. So these examples are very important according to our exam point of view. Okay, so again, in our spatial filtering, we can study the two types of domains. One is a spatial domain and another is a frequency domain. Okay, so can anyone tell what is the difference between spatial domain and frequency domain? Yes. Yes, we end the unit number 3. So can anyone tell what is the difference between spatial domain and frequency domain? स्पाशल डोमेन कशाला म्हणायचं आणि फ्रिक्वेन्सी डोमेन कशाला म्हणायचं? Yes, no one? Okay. So once again, I'll tell you. Now, everyone keep in mind. So remember this thing. The spatial domain and frequency domain is very important in our image processing. So in spatial domain, we can deal with the pixel values. Okay. So suppose if we can take the image which is having a dimension of 256 by 256. Okay, so that image consists of 256 rows and 256 columns. Okay, and the number, the image can be ranges from 0 to 255. Okay, so in that image we have a different number of pixels, so it can be ranges from 0 to 255. So at some instant it might be a 0, 100, 150, 200. Okay, so if we deal with a individual pixel value, okay, so that is called as a spatial domain. Okay, so the partial domain nothing but if we can deal with the number of pixels, then it is called as a spatial domain. And if you consider the frequency domain, then we can apply the various types of transform techniques. Okay, so that part we can cover in a unit number 2. Okay, so again, we can make a difference in spatial domain and frequency domain in the representation of image. If we take the spatial domain, yeah, if we consider the spatial domain, then we can represent the image by using x and y coordinates. And if we consider the frequency domain, then we can represent the image by using the u and phi coordinates. Okay, so now everyone clear the difference between spatial domain and frequency domain? Okay. Okay, so in point processing techniques, we can study the different type of techniques. Okay, so we'll just give the small review to each technique and what is the exactly meaning or the function of each technique. So the first technique is a image negative. Okay, so the image negative techniques can be used in a healthcare system. Okay, so if we observe the image of our x-ray, sorry, if you observe the image of our chest x-ray, so in that we can find out the only two colors. Okay, one is a black color and another is a white color. Okay, so in that application we can use the image negative. So it is a basic function of image negative. So it can take the opposite action. So if the input is black, so it is converted that black into the white, or if the input is white, so the white part is converted into the black. Okay, so here we can take the example of image negative. So whatever the black part of that particular image, that black part can be converted into the white part, and the white part can be converted into the black part. Okay, so basically it is the simple concept of image negative. Okay, then second technique we can study it is that contrast stretching. Okay, so the contrast stretching nothing but uh, it can deal with the brightness of a particular image. Okay, so if we take a one application of our mobile, so we can increase or decrease the brightness of any picture by using a particular applications. Okay, so in that application we can find out the contrast stretching. Okay, so if we have a one particular image, so here we can discuss a example of one image which is having a dimension of 256 by 256. Okay, so the pixel value can be ranges from 0 to 255, and if we consider all the pixels having zero value, then the image is total black. And if the all the pixel having higher values, there is a 255, then the image will be too bright, or we can call it as a white. So if we move the pixel from 0 to 255, then the brightness of image can be increases. And if we move the pixel from 255 to 0, then the brightness of that particular image can be decreases. Okay, so it is a simple concept of contrast stretching. So the contrast stretching nothing but we can deal with the brightness. Okay. Okay, the third technique is a thresholding. Okay, so again, thresholding nothing but, so in thresholding we can consider a one particular pixel, and depending on that particular pixel we can divide the image into the two parts. Okay, so if we observe the output of thresholding function, and if we divide the image into two parts, okay, then what are the black part in the image, that black part will be the more dark, and what are the white part in the image, that will be the more white. Okay, so simply the thresholding can divide the image into the two parts. Okay, so the black part will be the more dark, and the white part will make more bright. Okay, so it is the application, yeah, it is a function of thresholding. Okay, so next one is a intensity level slicing. Okay, so if we take the example of intensity level slicing, so the intensity level slicing can improve the quality of image in a particular region. Okay, so here we can take a one example. With this example we can understood the intensity level slicing. Okay, so can anyone tell with this example what is the intensity level slicing? कोणाला सांगता येईल का? Okay, so can anyone explain with this particular figure intensity level slicing? Hello. Yes, can anyone explain? Imran Sheikh, सांगता येईल का? याच्यातलं काही समजलं नाही हा? की सगळं समजलंय? Hello. Yes, can anyone explain? Roll number 34, Bhushan, have you understood it? Roll number 30, Mayuri Lokhande, yes. Can anyone explain this? It is a concept of intensity level slicing. Yes. Anyone unmute yourself and give an answer. Omkar Salunke. Okay. So by using intensity level slicing, we can improve the quality of image in a particular region. Okay. So if we observe the one image, so the inside part of window is a total black part. Okay, so here our objective is only to improve the inside part of window. So by using intensity level slicing we can focus, yeah, we can highlight only the particular region. Okay, so if we observe the right hand side figure, then we can observe there is a increase, there is a improve in the intensity level of the inside part of the window. So by using intensity level slicing, we can highlight the particular region from the image. Okay. So the next point is a gray level slicing. Okay. So the basic difference between intensity level slicing and gray level slicing is that, so in gray level slicing, we can consider the multiple parts. Okay. So if I have a one image, so by using gray level slicing, we can consider the different parts at a one time. So might be we can consider left corner, right corner, top of image and bottom of image. In a single image we can consider the different regions. Okay, so it is the function of gray level slicing. Okay, and next thing is a beat plane slicing. Okay, so in a beat plane slicing we can consider the individual plane. Okay, Now, how to consider the individual plane? So, if the image is 8 bit, then it consists of 8 different planes. Okay, so might be it consists of plane 0 to plane 7. Okay, so by using bit plane slicing, we can uh, divide the image into its individual planes. So similarly, if the image is a 24-bit, then we can consider the bit planes are uh, 0 to 23. Okay, so by using bit plane slicing, we can consider the individual plane of a image. Okay, so next thing is a brightness enhancement. Okay, so the brightness enhancement is a simpler technique. So by using brightness enhancement, we can enhance the brightness in a particular area. So here we can observe one image, and that image there is a one white spot at a center. Okay, so by using the brightness enhancement, we can enhance the intensity of that particular white region. So if we increase the intensity, so that intensity can be reflected on its surrounding area also. So by using brightness enhancement, we can enhance the intensity of a image. Okay, so the next thing is that we can discuss the two types of transformations. One is a logarithmic transformation and another is a power law transformations. So can anyone tell the function of logarithmic transformation and power law transformations? Yes. Have you understood it? समजलं का सगळे तुम्हाला? Hello? Have you understood the unit number 3? Hello? Okay, so might be you are not able to understand the last two lectures. Okay, so in that the total part is the mathematical, the spatial filtering, and the various types of uh, filter techniques. Okay, so in last lecture we can discuss the linear filter, non-linear filter, average filter, high pass filter, and high boost filters. And in last to last lecture we can discuss the low pass filters and high pass filters. Okay, so it consists of a little bit mathematical part, so it is difficult to understood. Okay, but whatever the part we can discuss in earlier lectures up to the histogram, so that part is a it can be easy to understood. So with the help of various examples, so we can understood the yeah, with the help of various images and with the help of various numericals, we can understand the point processing and histogram techniques. So you have any doubts in a point processing and histogram techniques? Yes.
No, sir.
Okay. So might be your doubt in the ideal low pass filters, that is low pass filters and high pass filters. Okay. So if you gone through the notes, so in that we have to rememberize only the two things. One is a mathematical equations and another is its representation. Okay, so whatever the parts up to the histogram, it is easy to understood. Okay, so the point processing techniques and histogram. So we can discuss this technique with the help of various images and with the help of various examples. Okay, so most of the time there is a questions on point processings and histogram techniques. Okay, so on this partial filtering, might be there is a question. So define the various filtering techniques for sharpening and smoothing. Okay, so what is a sharpening, what is a smoothing? Okay, So it is a spatial filtering. What are the different types of filters? Okay. So for that part, we have to explain the low pass filters, high pass filters, and its three subtypes. And in filtering techniques, in spatial filtering, we have to define the four types of filters. Okay. So linear filters, non-linear filters, then average filters, and high pass and high boost filters. Okay. So if you have any doubt regarding unit number 3, then you can ask your questions. काही कोणाला डाउट्स आहेत का? कोणता पार्ट समजला नाही असा आहे का? Which part is difficult to understood? Yes. सगळा पार्ट समजलाय का काही समजलं नाही? Yes, give your response. Hello. Yes, anyone? Amit?
सर
Yes.
सर तुम्ही नोट्स प्रोव्हाइड करता का?
हा, yes, yes.
कारण की ते एकदा वाचतो, नाही समजलं तर तुम्हाला विचारतो.
Okay, okay. Ha. Okay, no problem. I'll provide the notes. Up to it, you have any doubt?
नो सर.
Uh, okay, so right now I'll provide the notes of 3 units, unit number 1, unit number 3, PPT and notes. Okay, so tomorrow we'll again discuss. If you have any doubts, then we can cover all the doubts of unit number 3 and then we go for the unit number 4. Okay. Okay, so might we will stop here. We'll continue in our next lectures. Okay.
ओके सर.
Okay, so put your numbers in a, sequence. And start with roll number 1, ऋषिकेश मोरे. काय झालं आहे? Okay, any number put केलेत, they can left.